All right, so hey everybody. As y'all can see, I'm up here in Studio 4, back on the HAPS television station. They had sent me an email saying that they had fixed some bugs, that we were experiencing, and I was really happy to see that. So I will do some of my broadcasts on HAPS. I really don't want to leave HAPS television station because I love all of the features that they have. And I want to thank you so much. Let me turn my volume down on my phone because I'm looking at the live broadcast as well. And so I'm here just to say happy Labor Day to people. And okay, wait a minute. I thought I had everything. Trying to get our sound out the way so we don't have any interruptions here. Y'all know how I am with these. Um, mm, okay, app volume, medium volume. Okay. All right, I think I got it fixed now. Y'all know how I am with these doing two things at one time. Before I get started, let me just thank my friend, brother Ed Waters, for the HAP Self Care Award. Thank you so much. I love you. Hey, Mary, welcome. I didn't know if everybody would be busy or not. I'm just here. And I wanted to send out the message that I'm here to let everybody know that I just want to wish y'all a happy Labor Day, especially the Haps family. Just think about it. Haps, HAPPS, television station. What a wonderful name. And so I want to wish them happy Labor Day because I'm sure that there's still staff working on this day to make sure that we broadcasters can get our messages out to you. Some people don't have um, the benefit of being off on holidays, especially when we come to platforms such as this one. There's always somebody that's still going to have to work. And so I want to know, and I wanted to tell y'all about Labor Day, the things about it. This is what I found out. The Labor Day is, it pays tribute, rather. Hi, Ernestine. Happy Labor Day to you, too. All right. So Labor Day, y'all, to me, is not a holiday because when I was growing up, and even in my work days before they made it a holiday, um, it wasn't a such thing as Labor Day holiday, right? It was just another day that we worked. And then when it did become a holiday, um, my family, my friends, and relatives, we were so used to still working, not taking a holiday or doing any celebrations or anything, that we would use that day to get those tasks that we hadn't done around the house in a while. We would use that day to get that done. Okay. But anyway, it says that the Labor Day pays tribute to the contributions and achievements of American workers and is traditionally observed on the first Monday in September. It was created by the labor movement in the late 19th century and became a federal holiday in 1894. I stand to be corrected. But still, in my environment, in my work life, when my early work years, I didn't know anything about a holiday. We still had to work. So it says Labor Day weekend also symbolizes the end of summer. Yay! Thank you, Ernestine. Ernestine loves my background. Yeah, one thing about Studio 4, we have some lovely, lovely backgrounds that we can use. Professional, casual, Uh, some people are out on the beach, but I'm out on the beach, but I got on my beach dress, as y'all can see. You know, I put on my beach dress today. That's my celebration. And so it says it also symbolizes the end of summer. And it also, for me personally, it's the beginning of, it's my birthday month. So I was born in Labor Day month. I guess that's why I've been working, such a hard worker all my life. Uh-huh. And so they say that it's celebrated with parties and street parades. So why do we celebrate Labor Day? It says that in the late 1800s, I didn't even know it went back that far, in the height of the Industrial Revolution in the United States, the average American worked 12-hour days, y'all, and 7-day weeks. 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And they say that was in order to eke out a basic living. In other words, they had to work all of those hours, all of those days, in order just to have enough money to live on. So, see, when we celebrate Labor Day, we really don't know the true meaning of it. So I thought, well, I'm going to take this time. I'm not traveling, I'm not partying. As a matter of fact, I'm in the house for a long time. I'm going to be on quarantine with that Delta virus and that Mu virus out there around. But I did go out today. I had to go out and pick up my medicine at the pharmacy. But see, it wasn't hardly anybody in the store. And of course, I was very, very protected. All right. So, anyhow, they said despite restrictions in some states, even children, y'all, as young as 5 or 6 toiled in industrial mills. And we've seen some movies where they had children working in the factories. Well, that wasn't fiction. That was true. hmm And they had to do that across the country to earn enough money to help their family, to help their mother and father who was also working in the mills. And they said people of all ages, particularly the very poor and recent immigrants, often face extremely unsafe working conditions with insufficient access to fresh air, sanitary facilities, and breaks. They didn't get a break. Y'all know today we get 2 15-minute breaks on a lunch hour, right? Well, they did not get lunch breaks. They didn't get uh, just breaks at all, The only break they got, I think, was going to the bathroom. hmm And so then they said they had this riot in 1886, which was called the Haymarket Riot. And in this riot, several Chicago policemen and workers were killed. Mhm. And others gave rise to long-standing traditions. On September the 5th, 1882, 10,000 workers, that's a lot of people, y'all, 10,000 workers took unpaid time off to march from City Hall to Union Square in New York City, y'all. New York City, holding the first Labor Day parade in U.S. history. So the first Labor Day parade in U.S. history happened on September the 5th, 1882. Mm, long time ago. I had no clue. And so it says then the idea of a working men's holiday celebrated on the first Monday in September caught on in other industrial centers across the country. and many states passed legislation recognizing it. Congress would not legalize the holiday until 12 years later, when a watershed moment in American labor history brought workers' rights squarely into the public's view. On May the 11th, 1894, employees of the Pullman Palace Car Company in Chicago went on strike to protest wage cuts and the firing of union representatives. I wanted to stop and share with you that my mother's brother, that I never had the opportunity to see, left the South, and he was older than my mother. But he left the South, I guess, when he was in his early 20s. And he got a job working on the railroad called the Pullman Railroad then. That's what it was called. hmm And I have a picture of him in his uniform. And this would have had to be around 19. So my mother was born in 1929. And I think she was about 15. So we're talking 10, 15. So that'd be 39 and 5 would be 44. So this would be around 1944 when he left the South and went to Chicago. And I have a postcard that he sent. That my mother kept. And this actually the postcard is the picture postcard. The picture of him in his uniform, and then on the back he wrote a short message to her. So I did not know this about how the Pullman Railroad Car Company had a connection to Labor Day, but they did. On the 26th, the American Railroad Union, led by Eugene Debs, called for a boycott of Pullman railway cars, crippling the railroad traffic nationwide. To break the Pullman strike, the federal government, my internet connection is unstable. Yeah, okay. Y'all tell me y'all got that fixed. Well, I know it's not on my end. Okay, so maybe I'm moving too much. I'll try to be still. Anyhow, the federal government dispatched troops, y'all, military troops, to Chicago and unleashed a wave of riots that resulted in the deaths of more than a dozen workers. That's pitiful. So, who created Labor Day? In the wake of this massive unrest and in an attempt to repair ties with the American workers, Congress finally passed an act making Labor Day a legal holiday in the District of Columbia and the territories. On June the 28th, 1894, President Grover Cleveland signed it into law. More than a century later, the true founder of Labor Day has yet to be identified. Isn't that something? The true founder of Labor Day has yet to be identified. So nobody really knows who did give it that title of Labor Day and found it. Hi, Sybil. Thank you for tuning in. I didn't know if you was out and about or not. I'm just broadcasting on Haps because I really don't want to lose Haps. And I want to keep my audience that I had built up. I know some of them have probably left me by now because I was off for quite some time because of the technical difficulties. But I'm going to stay with them. In fact, That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start back doing Pearl's Politics because politics is really, really messed up right now. I can't think of a word for it. And I do like to thank you, Silver. Silver say that's a great idea. So I'll do my Pearls Politics on here because I don't have to worry about sharing the bandwidth in the studio with anybody. Uh-huh. Until they finally get this fixed. So I'm just gonna stick with HAPS since it is in beta mode, META. That means that they're still working on a lot of bugs and it has not been officially released. But I like it and I'm gonna stay with it. And I might even do my Sunday broadcasts from here. hmm Sunday and Wednesday. So that way I could still build my audience, and they'll still be able to see me. Because there are a lot of people on here in the Habs family that they don't do Facebook or broadcast on Facebook or, well, they do through here, but I mean, just as far as just broadcasting initially only from Facebook. Uh, they are in here. This is a separate audience altogether. Okay, then I'm not gonna hold you long, but I do want to share this with you. Don't forget about our September online online shopping event. Okay, our September online shopping event. Let me see if I can get me in here too. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get me in here too. Okay. Come on. Can I get in? Can I get in? It keeps getting me by myself. Maybe that's because I'm the only one in the studio. Um, let's see here. That one. There I go. I had almost forgot how to operate the studio, y'all. I hadn't been in a while. Please don't forget about our online shopping event. It is on September the 19th. Let me type this in. 9 1921, and it's only $20 for vendors. It is free for shoppers, okay? And the link for the shoppers and the vendors is the exact same link. And I'm putting the link in now. And I will share this broadcast on Facebook so that people can be able to see the link as well as find out about the event. Now, shoppers, one thing I want to tell you is do not be afraid of coming into the shopping mall online. The reason why is because the setting that I have the studio in is on mute for video for you guys. So that means that the only thing we will hear and out, we really won't hear it because you have to wait in a waiting room. And then once you go into the waiting room, while you're in the waiting room, nobody sees you. Then when the moderator lets you into the mall, nobody still sees you because that's the way I have it set up. I understand that it was suggested to me that some of the shoppers might not want to come online because they didn't want to be seen. Well, you don't have to worry about that. You will not be seen. You will only see me and Miss Sybil and Trisha. And most of the time, you won't see Trisha because she is the moderator. She's the one that's letting everybody into the mall. She's the one that is assigning the vendors their room store. Ernestine said, okay, great. Yeah, I want to take out some time to explain that. And then another thing is this, for vendors, if you want to contact me, I'll get more information. It is on this picture, but let me just type it in. It's TPS Productions at gmail.com. Okay. And it doesn't have to be out capital letters. That's just what my computer is set on right now. Okay. Plus, it'll show better on the screen. All right. So that is how you would contact us vendors if you want to participate. And vendors, this is a great way for you to get established in our mall because if you participate every month, then your room number that you get will be a permanent number for you. hmm and I'm also looking for this month, I'm looking for a paparazzi, a jewelry consultant, because our regular paparazzi vendor cannot participate this month. Mm-mm. And so, and guess what? Her store is number one. That means that is the first store that is seen when people come in. So if you are a paparazzi, a jury rep, please, please do contact me immediately. And vendors, for those of you who have never done an online shopping event, we will have a meeting. A link will be sent out to all paid vendors, all the vendors who are paid. I'm looking at the calendar now because we always have a meeting a few days before just for the vendors so that we can show you guys how it works. So I'm looking at Thursday. Um, no, it'll be Saturday. That's Saturday on the 18th. On the 18th, that Saturday, we'll have a short meeting, which will only be about 30 to 45 minutes just to show you vendors how we assign you to your store. And once you get in your store, that is private. That is just like a real building. You'll be able to chat with your customers and you'll be able to see them if they turn the video on the camera. But some customers don't turn their video on um, when they come into your store, but you'll still be able to hear them. They have the audio on. So you'll still be able to sell whether they have their video on or not. Okay. Yeah. But now, vendors, you will need to keep your video on. The reason why is because people want to see who they're buying from. Yeah. I mean, you can be comfortable. You don't have to dress up all fancy or anything unless you just want to. All right. So let's see. I'm going to look and see when I'm going to start Pearl's Politics. I believe I'm going to start Pearl's Politics next week on the 15th. And if you have never attended Pearl's Politics before, LITICS, September 15th, that's going to be it. And it'll be at 7 o'clock. hmm And if you have never attended, I may have it at 6 o'clock. But if you've never attended a Pearls Politics, you need to attend my Pearls Politics show because I cover everything from A to Z. I break it down to the nitty gritty for you. I make fun. I have fun telling you about it. Mm. And I give it to you plain Jane so that you can understand it. In other words, I don't use a lot of fancy words like they do on television. Okay. That's right. So, and there's some topics. There's three main topics that I want to talk about on Pearl's Politics: problems and solutions. Our first problem is COVID. Second problem, Afghanistan. Third problem is unemployment insurance that people are going to lose starting tomorrow. Also, the kids are going back to school tomorrow. I want to talk about masks on Pearl's Politics. So, If you don't have anything to do, I would appreciate it if you guys would tune in on Thursday. I'm sorry, on next Wednesday for Pearl's Politics. And be on the watch for a post. I might do my Sunday show from here as well. Yeah. So be on watch for that for a post. So I want to keep my account active in with House Television Station, as well as keep my audience. All right. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. That's my time. I appreciate it. And if y'all will share this, happy Labor Day again to everybody. All right. Bye bye.